Here are 4 Man United fans. They've been stuck in a room together to find out if all Manchester United fans think the same. The concept of the video is really simple. I read out a statement like this. Man United is the biggest club in the world. And then they move left or right depending on whether they strongly agree, disagree, or strongly disagree with the statement. Did I nab this concept from Jubilee? Maybe. But watch the full video to find out if Man United fans truly think the same.
Nah.
What?
Real Madrid.
Real Madrid.
Commercially, we smoke everyone.
In England, we're the biggest. In the world, it's got to be Real Madrid.
Look at Cristiano Ronaldo, perfect example. Sporting Lisbon to Manchester United, the pinnacle is going to Real Madrid. That is the big boy Galacticos.
That's nice. So all the money comes to the Premier League with the biggest, trust me.
But we're not talking about the Premier League, we're talking about biggest club in the world.
If you take into account everything, commercial-wise, football-wise, yes, Real Madrid beat us on the football-wise, but commercially, we blow them out of the water.
Do you know what, actually, to be fair, if he said top 3, Man United are easily in that. But
We're second for me.
second, yeah, there we go. Me and Alice in agreement.
Old Trafford should be knocked down and rebuilt. Agree? We got an agree for Ty?
Nah.
I'm going with my gut.
There's a lot of talks of upgrades being needed, but what are you thinking?
Do you know what the funny
change.
thing is? I'm gonna be real. Me and Alice were actually talking about this before you started the recording. Like, I was actually saying, what do you think about Old Trafford? So I was like, watching her.
Location-wise, it's next to a canal and then an old train station. And then you've got a lot of car park space at the back. But I think you can knock it down stand by stand, in my opinion. I think the location is too good. And I like it.
More like improve what's there.
I like historic value, and that's historic value, in my opinion. At least with Tottenham, you built it right next door. We can't build it next door.
I think the stadium's gotten into a situation where, in my personal opinion, there's no coming back from it. You're going to have to take out pretty much basically the whole stadium and revamp it.
I look at your club, I look at Tottenham, and I think you've got the best stadium in the country right now. I just think what it's done for you guys and the fans, like there's an uplift. With Man United, I just feel like it would do the same for us. Respectfully, like I love Old Trafford, I love the memories created, but we don't even have a screen in our stadium. Yeah.
It's just like, that tiny little sliver of
it's literally, do you know what
it's like teletext in a stadium.
It's so bad, though.
Your dad will remember this.
Dad, you're going to take that? You're not that old, are you?
Yeah, waiting for it, seeing Van Nistelrooy there, he scored, like, do you know what I mean? So yeah, for me, we don't even have a screen, so I'm ready for it to be revamped, and I think it would just do a lot for the community.
You see the damp and the leaks as well, not damp, rust around the edges, and then there's leaks, and it's just horrible. Like, it's just a big mess for a club so big.
Exciting football with no trophies is better than boring football with success.
I want trophies.
Winning is everything. End of the day, winning is everything.
I'm gonna go here.
I'm gonna go here.
I'm
gonna go here. Yeah.
Right.
I was never comfortable with Mourinho coming to this football club in the first place because even though he wins things, I know what he can do in terms of the way he plays football and what he can do to the players as well when he shunts players out and stuff like that.
I mean,
and we've
seen the same thing.
Yeah, you've seen the same
Conte
thing
as well.
Tottenham. So yes, Mourinho is a winner, but deep down, like even though I was happy in that 90 minutes winning them trophies, it was the feeling after. I was like, oh, that means he stays, and I didn't want him at the club.
If we were winning Premier Leagues and Champions Leagues, I don't think anyone would be complaining if it was with Jose Mourinho. I think it was the fact that we were winning petty trophies like Europa League, Carabao Cup, FA Cup, whatnot. We was like, oh, we need more. And it's a bit depressing because we're not even playing good football and we're not even winning the big trophies.
No, them games are game by game basis. If you have 2 games of horrible football, it's just like, you start to lose your will, man. I don't want it. No.
What, so if you was winning Premier League,
I'm here for a reason. I want to win trophies, but not at the detriment of rubbish
Premier
football.
League, I'll play boring football for those 2 trophies.
Yeah, Champions
League, that's different.
It's a bit different.
I've got ambition, man. Forget that.
So if I said to you, Cass, right now, we win the Champions League playing boring football under Ten Hag, are you taking it, yes or no?
Of course I'm taking it.
Well then!
No, but out of context, you're taking it out of context, bro. If you said, Ten Hag gets sacked and then Diego Simeone comes in, I'm not happy with that.
No, I don't think many are, but if he wins a Champions League, you're like, okay.
Just boring football, but you're winning the big trophies, you're happy with that. It just depends on the type of trophy you're winning.
Liverpool is and will always be a bigger rival than Man City. You know what, I was expecting maybe a little bit of something. All strongly agree?
I don't think much needs to be said. Liverpool is just that arch rival. I feel like
goes back to the 60s.
It just, you live and breathe it. Like at the end of the day, even if Man City play Liverpool, I'm more content than watching Man City beat Liverpool, to be fair. Like Liverpool, just that team, like I don't like them winning at all.
For devil's advocate, what if Man City can, so you know how they're quite dominant in the last decade, if they carry on for the next 20,
no,
30
you know what the
years
difference is?
They've done the treble already. And
we don't care.
I didn't even, George, honestly, they've done the treble already and we didn't even feel...
Imagine if Liverpool done the treble.
Yeah, imagine Liverpool, I'll be insane. Like, bro, it's a different type of ball game.
It's fair fair enough. Fair enough.
Like, when City won the treble, more people were talking about Man United the next week and Man United's transfer targets. And then Liverpool fans, they're just everywhere. They're just more annoying as well. Like, for me, I don't come across many Man City fans. When it was Liverpool, Man City going toe-to-toe for the league, I'm sitting there thinking, I need Man City to win this.
Facts.
I can't watch Liverpool win.
I dislike Arsenal more than Man City. And that's maybe because I'm from London, but I can't stand Arsenal, man. And I can't stand Liverpool even more. And then it's Man City.
Right, next one's a bit more of a generic question. VAR should be scrapped from football entirely. What reasons behind it?
Just needs to be improved.
Yeah, I agree.
What do you think's wrong with it at the moment then in that case?
I don't feel like them within themselves clarify it clearly. They don't back themselves. I think they just make a decision, be clear of it and go with it. But I think it's a good thing for football. I just don't really like
referees got a bit
I don't
lazy
like the
as well.
people using it, the actual people in charge. I think us lot would do a better job, respectfully.
The technology's fine. It's more the people at the moment using it.
Yeah.
Apart from the, you know what game? Tottenham, Liverpool.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Miles offside, obviously.
It's just so inconsistent, but like, if they can really nail down on the rules and actually be like, this is a red card, this kind of tackle's a red card, this is a handball, this isn't handball, but actually kind of make it clear what they mean and then follow through, then it's better.
And also what I liked in the World Cup, the offside system, if you look at the way it was used,
So
it's like that
clear.
human technology thing where it's
Yeah,
like
so
the
clear.
graphics different.
Oh, funny enough, the Premier League teams actually rejected that. It was supposed to be in the
yeah,
Premier League.
yeah,
They said
yeah.
they didn't
There
want
you
it.
go.
course they have, of
I
course.
think that's a wrong move.
I'm not surprised.
We actually
It's always
didn't
about the pride,
we
isn't
didn't
it?
have one incident in the World Cup where we were moaning about an offside decision. So that shows that works. So why have we not got it?
Onana has been a better goalkeeper than De Gea was last season.
Oh, I'm staying in the middle, man. I'm not forgetting nothing.
This is the
No,
thing.
you got to pick one side at least. There's no Switzerland here.
There's no middle ground. I'm gonna have to go slightly
Nah, I
disagree.
can't do that. Are we forgetting how many howlers that he had last season
No,
that
we
cost us
did.
as well? One that was in a final. What's Onana's howler? The one against recently. There's been about 2 or 3, right?
Like two or
Yeah,
three.
yeah. De Gea was up there, top one with Pickford, up there with Hugo Lloris. We had one chance to stop the treble, and guess what he does?
Yeah, it's true.
Wow,
It's true.
Nah.
If George said there's a middle ground, I'm coming to the middle ground.
Just because I think De Gea's a bit of a legend, then
Yes.
just a little bit.
De Gea should have been sold. He needed to be moved on. His distribution was
Just a face to
awful. He wasn't helping us in build-up. Like, we had to get rid of De Gea, and I think long-term Onana will prove to be better than De Gea. But I think the way he started has been so bad that actually,
People forget.
you know, his distribution's been good, but I don't.
The team don't do much off it anyway.
Obviously, defense
Yeah,
has
that's
a
the thing.
huge thing.
I respect
to say
that.
about it
I
as
respect
well.
De Gea personally because he's a servant of the worst time of Man United. But I'm not gonna forget last season, the season before that.
Ten Hag won't be Man United manager at the start of next season. Only because I see a lot of stuff online about people thinking, won't he be given the chance?
No, we don't.
or-
They act
believe in my
like those
manager.
fans over there, the
I
ones that
believe
want
in my
their
manager.
managers out every 2 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
I didn't expect that. I thought some people would maybe creep. He needs time. Obviously, with the changes upstairs as well, I think that's going to benefit him. Already in his first season, I said that I wanted better football, top 6. He actually got us top 4. He won us the Carabao Cup.
Deserves criticism though.
Yeah, he can be criticised, 100%, but people now on social media see criticism as like, oh, you want him out. That's just naive. At the end of the day, managers and players can always improve. So yeah, I'm sticking
You've
with
got
Ten
to look
Hag.
at Arteta. He was finished like 8th,
They were-
5th.
2
He
years
got
ago, at least,
time.
they wanted him out. And
Yeah.
Saliba, get Saliba back, he's on loan, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it was,
And I think with the injuries, with some of the issues we've had with players, I think also like the boards don't always back him. I think he's one of those guys you need to give time to.
The board has backed Ten Hag. Let's be honest.
Like they backed him, but not fully. Like they didn't get that centre
gotta
back.
remember,
They backed
one
him.
season.
He wanted Mason Mount. Why did we get Mason Mount? That's his player. That's on him.
that's decisions on
The
him.
recruitment's
But
to blame,
ultimately,
really, I think.
if we did get rid of Ten Hag, there's no one out there
Yeah.
that I'd be comfortable bringing in. So I am keeping Ten Hag.
Who's gonna want to come to United as well with the
He's been there
Glazers
for
potentially
one
staying?
Exactly.
Ten Hag's been there for one.
Yeah, but you can't say he
season.
hasn't been
Done all
backed.
this.
He's been backed.
He's definitely
He's
been
had 400 million roughly. So
Bruno Fernandes is better than James Maddison.
wait. Disagree. James Maddison. Yeah, in a bit. Guy's such a stat merch. He's overrated.
Bruno's first season when he first joined
Don't wanna hear
United is mirroring Maddison right now.
Don't want to hear it.
Mirroring it.
We're never going to win a
First
big
2
trophy.
months,
Never going to
mirroring
win a big
each other.
trophy of Bruno Fernandes. Never.
I just think sometimes we don't play to his strengths, in my personal
100%.
opinion. With Bruno, you know that he's erratic sometimes and you know he's going to do some rash stuff. So you've got to have players in the side that can contain the ball. When we had two midfielders in Matic and we had Pogba, if I'm correct, you saw a totally different Bruno Fernandes. He's definitely better than Maddison in my personal opinion.
Disagree.
Definitely
I
better than
have to disagree because Oli made it about Bruno and everything had to go through Bruno, so stats made Bruno look good. He's never clutching big moments. He's awful.
I like the sort of Ozil, Odegaard, Maddison, tidy on the ball, silky, can play the nice passes. Obviously, he can take set pieces. I look at James Maddison as well, even in wide areas. Bruno Fernandes is played out on the wing at the moment for Manchester United. It's not worked. James Maddison caught himself out wide against Saka in the derby, twisted and turned, got a great assist. Done the same against Luton last week. He's got that ability just to even make things happen in difficult areas we wouldn't expect
With
to happen in.
Richarlison up front.
And so for me, James Maddison, I think if I had to pick one, would go in my Manchester United team right now if I could pick one.
Spurs will finish above Man United this season.
I disagree.
Let's
Never.
disagree over there. Although you back us up online though, you say that we're...
No, I like you, but
It's a bit Spurs, you know.
it's a bit Spurs.
New era now, innit?
Oh, thinking about
You know what it is,
that
George?
one.
Yeah? I had this last year. You got sustainable football this year, don't get me wrong. Same time last year, I think you was 9 points and Sean was giving it large. George, I said, wait till New Year's, Christmas, and we went above you. It's the same thing. One injury to you lot. We've already had 9. One more injury to your mains, like Basuma, collapse.
I think the one game a week will make them finish above us just because we saw how tired we got last season.
What don't you think Man United can do to finish above them? Where do you think we fall short?
Do you know what? It's actually, I don't trust these players enough to throw the manager
Fair,
under the
that's
bus
fair
again.
enough. That's
That's
fair
what it is. I
You
think
know
we're
what?
capable of
Yeah,
it,
fun
but
yeah, like one little step across.
I know these players, when things go bad, write paragraphs on social media, and it's just like, get on with it.
I just think with Spurs, I haven't seen them go through couple injuries. It's a bit rough. Got a couple hard games coming up. I've seen you 8 games. You've been absolutely amazing, but let it go a little bit, and then I need a bit more. Of
You're having a similar season to Arsenal. You need to convince the rivals. That's all.
Can I ask you lot a question as Spurs fans? Do you lot think you'll finish above us this season?
I actually think we will. Mainly because of the one game a week.
Okay, same
That's
similar
what I
reason.
would-
If we had multiple games, far more injuries will happen. The squad's not good enough to go that far without it, but I think the one game will help us massively. I think we'll get the top 4. I'm worried about Man United's future. Is that strongly agree?
I strongly agree. Yeah,
How comes?
we're in the absolute unknown at the moment. We don't even know if the Radcliffe situation is even going to go through. Manager, he's going through a rough patch. They could somehow just turn around and fire him, and that's the only good thing we've got going. The trust with the manager, everything's just terrible.
Training ground
Yeah,
facilities.
just everything's just.
It's like going back into high school,
terrible.
innit?
Yeah, it's just, I don't trust nothing at this
Yeah.
moment in time.
It's today's word called copium and hopium. That's all that is for us.
I just feel like we're getting so behind our rivals, like on the pitch, off the pitch. But you see things like Arsenal and Liverpool, they don't have the best owners, but their owners at least put in a good strategy, a good footballing strategy, brought in the right people, brought sporting directors. So even though they're not known for being the best owners, they had like a strategy and an idea, and they had this envision to back the manager. And you look at us and it's like, well, they're talking about maybe doing that with Ratcliffe, but that's a maybe, and then
It gets
you don't
postponed,
know.
and then Qatar
Yeah.
apparently is not fully out now. It's just like, give it a rest.
I feel like Manchester United just need a structure in place to even improve. That's why I wouldn't go strongly. I'm going to go with obviously agree, because I think if we do get Ratcliffe in and he does build a bit of a structure, does sort out a bit of the basic principles, I think you will then see basic improvements.
Marcus Rashford should be sold.
Which one's disagree?
Can't do it.
Is that agree or disagree?
I'm agreeing.
Oh my god.
These lot, I'm not joking. I don't know Alice too well in respect, right? But and their opinions. We are too used to accepting mediocre players and mediocrity. We absolutely gas up mediocre players. I'm not. He's great at goal scoring, but I'm trying to think of the future. Get rid of the guy. In my opinion, not everyone might get on to me about it, but I don't care.
And how much did you sell him for?
It goes PSG. They're getting rid of Mbappe anyways. 100 million. Give me it. I'll take it.
100 mil?
I'll take 80 million.
That's a lot.
I'll take 80 million. I'll take 80 million. They got the money. I'm just saying. I just think I want to build around the striker and Højlund, and I don't think they're going to have a good partnership personally. And I just think he's just at the end of every season, he always talks about an injury that he's had, why he fell off, and then there's some sort of moment of confidence. I'm sick of confident players. I want to build a team and a proper squad, not confident players. Confidence players, in my opinion. I think he needs to be sold. I just don't think he's good enough. Well, I like the fact that obviously he's a man, and obviously you're going to be more attached to that. A bit like Cobham FC over there. But for me, I want to move on as a club.
I think in the long term, maybe you think about moving Rashford on if he's not helping the team, because he can be a bit selfish, he doesn't track back, and that's like a basic skill a winger needs that he doesn't do. But I think in the short term, we've got so many problems that selling Marcus Rashford isn't anywhere near like my priority. We've got a lot worse players, and if you sell Rashford, who scores the goals.
Yep.
I know he hasn't been good this season, but he got 30 goals last season.
Crazy you say that.
Like-
Who creates the goals?
Bruno.
Oh,
normally,
yeah,
but-
right.
We actually haven't got someone who's got output. And we
I
need
know
output
there's
right now.
problems, but he just asked the question, if I would sell him, it would be one of them.
Do I think he's an outlet to this team or someone who can be positive? Yes,
Yeah.
but does it mean he's guaranteed to start? No, that's where I am with it.
See what I mean? People love mediocrity, innit?
No, you need a squad. If you want to compete for the
30
best,
goals,
you need
what
every
he can
player.
do when he's
That's what it should be
good.
with
This
every
is
single
why
player.
we
You
are now
shouldn't-
sitting 10th
it's
right
based
now,
on
by the way.
merit, not
This is
on-
why we are 10th. You asked me one question, but I'm getting rid of him.
I can't.
Thanks to Corey, Cass, Tyrone, and Alice for coming onto the channel. But if you like that video, we've done another one with Spurs fans and another one with Arsenal fans. So make sure to click these boxes above to give them a watch. Make sure to subscribe because we've got a Chelsea version coming out very soon on the channel. Peace.